Damn it, Bobby, where'd you find this?
Hi guys, welcome back. Ironing out some issues that I've been having. So I have a Canon Vixia RF700 that I use to record my face. And apparently the SanDisk micro SD cards with the adapters really don't like the interface on the camera itself. I've been getting a lot of interference, a lot of malfunctions in terms of writing the data, and I think it has to do with using that adapter. So unfortunately, I can't use the micro SD cards that I just recently bought, specifically with this camera. Maybe for my DSLR I could, but good news is I have a full-length SD card, full size, that I've got in there right now recording this. It's been working well so far, so hopefully that's the simple fix that I needed. With that being said, I recorded an entire pretty much hour 15-minute episode leading up to our first trial that we have in Dangan. Unfortunately, all of that face cam data ended up getting wiped. It was corrupted and didn't record any of it. I did record some of the gameplay footage, which we'll get to. I'll kind of summarize everything that ended up happening, but I'm a little expressive in terms of what I like to do, so I didn't really want to just have like an episode recorded where it was just my audio, over the gameplay. I'd rather have the whole shebang, the whole thing, put together and uploaded on YouTube. There was a murder, and as I mentioned, we'll get into that. I will give you the details of everything that went down to get you guys up to date prior to the investigation and everything that goes on. Unfortunately, it brings me great sadness to announce that our boy, Byakuya Togami, was tragically slain, was doused in Big Mac's secret sauce, and that was pretty much it for him. He wasn't really. I know I keep making fun of his weight and everything, but he was actually stabbed in the face 9 times, as well as the abdomen. So he was stabbed in the neck and the abdomen. It pretty much went from there, and the investigation went off in terms of trying to find clues as to who may have killed Byakuya. And we got a lot to unpack, all right? So I took a lot of the main points that I found, and I'm going to summarize them in a pretty quick, little video, show you all the details, show you the images that kind of popped up throughout the gameplay, and then we'll go to the trial, we'll get to it, we'll find out who the Blackened is, who killed Byakuya. We gotta save our boy, or at least redeem him. All right, let's get to it. Under the table where Byakuya was at, there were a few items. There was a knife, there was night vision goggles, and a piece of tape that was hanging from the top of the table. Now, the knife had a little bit of residue that was left from the tape because it was green, so it was assumed that the knife was placed under the table, maybe held by the tape prior to the power going out, and that was the weapon that was used to kill Byakuya. Now, it was also later mentioned and later kind of reiterated that this knife did not come from the kitchen. This was not a confiscated weapon from Byakuya. I know they said they were missing at least one knife, but this was proven not to be a part of that whole ordeal. So this knife must have been brought in, or somebody had it premeditatively to kill Byakuya with, because this did not come from the kitchen. Mahiru arranged the positions of everybody in the room based on the pictures that she ended up taking, and it turns out that the area that Byakuya died was underneath the table, obviously, and he was actually the furthest away from it prior to the lights going out, so a little odd in that sense. Now, there were a few people in the pictures that were looking a little sus. Like, Mikan had this weird look over her shoulder that I kept kind of paying attention to. Nagito was kind of gazing back and forth, but the big summary to take away from that was that Byakuya was indeed the furthest away from the table that he was later found dead under. Ibuki used her weird super rockstar powers with her hearing or whatever. She's got like really good hearing, really astute hearing, and ended up picking up voices of everybody that was speaking when the power went out. And it actually turns out that Byakuya was speaking a little cryptically, like he kind of knew something was going on or knew something was about to happen prior to the lights going out and eventually leading to his demise. So, surprise, Nekomaru had to take a huge shit and was complaining that the bathroom door was locked pretty much the entire time. We later found out that having a conversation with Peko, that her stomach was getting upset, and then she ended up bolting off and running away. Now, Soda is convinced that Peko is the one that actually killed Byakuya, however, I think a lot of that had to do with showing that maybe she was having some stomach aches and actually she was the one in the bathroom, maybe had an upset stomach after eating the food that Teru made for her. Maybe she has irritable bowel syndrome. I don't know. It's a speculation there, but I personally think that she wasn't involved and she was the one in the bathroom when Nekomaru was trying to get in. So there were clothing irons located in the storage room that were all turned on. That's one thing that's kind of a little weird. However, what else they found in there were bloody linens that were tossed into a kind of side laundry hamper. I don't know if somebody was trying to kind of backtrap their steps, take away any evidence that they may have had from killing Byakuya, but there were bloody linens in the storage room, another piece of evidence that will probably be used in the trial. The air conditioning units in the study room and the dining hall were both synced up to go off at exactly 11:30 p.m., and that was the estimated time in which Byakuya was clapped. So there's a little bit of correlation between the air conditioning units being synced up and that happening. The duraluminum case that was used to potentially store the hostile weapons did not have a key that was readily available for people to have, right? Byakuya had the key to one duraluminum case. It contained the key to that duraluminum case. So there's really no way that somebody could have picked up one of those confiscated weapons that was used to kill him, indicating from that previous point that that knife was probably put there premeditatedly, at first sight to use and kill Byakuya with. Everyone basically had an alibi as to where they were at during the entire investigation, except Peko, but obviously with her stomach being the way it is heavily speculated that she was the one that was in the bathroom the entire time. Fuyuhiko obviously did not have an alibi in terms of being in the party, but it was later noted on from Chiaki that she did see him outside of the party, and it did not seem like he was really wanting to get in. It seemed more along the lines of him just kind of wanting to check in to see what was going on and everything. So Fuyuhiko, not really as much of a suspect at this point. The floor noticeably had really wide divots and was speculated by Gundam after he lost his earring and Chiaki, who was outside, that maybe somebody had tried to sneak underneath the house and actually stab up into the floorboard to potentially kill Byakuya while he was hiding underneath the table during the lights, or during the blackout. There was fencing kind of noted to be all around the house that you wouldn't be able to necessarily get into, and Nagito had said that there was really no secret entrance or a trap door that they could have used to get underneath the house from inside. So that speculation was shut down for now, but you never really know. There were fire escape doors located right outside of the dining hall. Not really sure of the significance with that. Maybe somebody was trying to shut them and, trying to pull some sort of evidence in terms of hiding the linen cloths and taking them to the storage room, because they were pretty close to the storage room as well. Maybe they're used as a trap door or a secret entrance to get from the dining hall to the storage room. Not 100% sure on that. It didn't really go into too much there. Just another piece of evidence and a truth bullet used for the trial that will be coming up. And that is about everything to catch up on. I'm pretty sure I got everything. Don't think I missed anything. If I did, I'll explain it throughout the trial, but let's go ahead and get to the trial. Everything is set, right? We're gonna find out who was the one that killed Byakuya, and get redemption for our boy, right? Because we need it. God bless his soul. We miss him. Let's get to the investigation. Let's get to the trial. All right, guys, we are back here. Okay, so we are now finally caught up, right? Like I said, if anything pops up, I will explain it along the way. We were supposed to meet at Monokuma Rock. Apparently there's an underground area where this trial is going to take place. So they summoned everybody here. Now we're in front of Monokuma Rock. Let's get to it, all right? I'm very interested and very invested to see what happens here.
Huh?
Are you kidding me?
Hey, what the heck is that mountain? When did that get here?
Never mind that. How do they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma? That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all of this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge.
I still can't believe he's dead.
Byakuya. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Aw, hell no. There's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with me!
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey!
Hey now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway? He's trying to act tough. He's scared shitless right now. You, how can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait!
Mahiru, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Huh, dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam.
What happened, sinner?
I am right here.
Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well. A main character arrives when he intends to.
Huh?
Hey.
It seems you noticed it too. Oh, you got his earring or something? If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
All right, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field. Please wait a second.
What's this?
My, Manomi, just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you. I,
What?
Do you actually want to join?
You masochistic mascot!
Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
He mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? Oh, so I have to find the secret entrance? That was it. That's really all you had to do for the secret entrance. What the? Something's shaking. This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. All right, we got an escalator. Something came out?
No way.
Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Maga Z is trembling with fear.
Ah, it's so totally suspicious.
Hey!
Forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already.
Why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way!
There's no way. There's just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid!
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our very best to clear the game. I put it at the highest difficulty. I may regret that decision, I don't know. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. Okay, and when each of us entered Monokuma Rock, we're done. All right, I'm completely invested, guys. I got my coffee here. I'm ready to go. Damn it, I was about to take a drink.
This is an elevator. I see. This entire rock is an elevator.
Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases. However, if he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. Is it cold? All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. You guys remember the monsters in Hellraiser where it was just like, oh no! Those things scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. There we were, listening to the unpleasant roars as the elephant plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then the elevator door slowly opened. The trial room. Sweet. Okay, welcome! This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why, you...
What the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shitty-looking place like this.
Don't fuck with me!
Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. It looks like everyone knows, even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. R.I.P. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending, but he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as a leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. This is gonna be good, guys. This really is gonna be good. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Ooh! So we've got set skills. What do we got? Oh, you can set skills on here. I don't have any. So I don't have any skill points. You probably get those later or something. Open E handbook. So this has all of our stuff like the truth bullets, right? It was everything that I basically covered in that summary video. I didn't see anything. I double checked. I didn't see anything that I didn't cover. Except they did use Mikan's weird tripping pose as a truth bullet there. I don't know. All right. Well, I think we're ready to go. Let's hop right in. Yes. Let's get it.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you.
So we have a guaranteed killer.
Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
No,
Were you even listening to the rules?
you can't just do that.
Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
He's gonna say something about Coochie.
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this no matter what. So the class trial is finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each other's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Here we go. Knife, bloodstain under the table. Gaps in the floorboard. Okay. No, it changed.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
Okay.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why?
Okay.
Obviously by hiding the body.
Yeah, it's got to be
They
bloodstain
tried
under
to
the
delay
table.
its discovery. Like a dog burying a bone.
What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. Yeah, so it's got to be the bloodstain under the table. I want to find out here. Silencer. So you can use a silencer. I don't know what that would be for. Fast forward the arguments. Control. Okay. And then select truth bullet. I can just use mouse wheel. That makes it easier.
In a place like that.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body
Damn
there.
it. Yeah, there we go.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body. Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
Damn, they got blood everywhere. Jesus. Poor Byakuya.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Damn, she is savage.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
I gotta turn this music down, guys. I think it's too loud. Can't really hear any of the audio of what they're saying, so I'm gonna go ahead. Background, wow, background music's actually like the lowest thing on here. So we're gonna turn that down there. Sound effects will turn up a little bit. All right. That seems like it'll be a little bit better there. Let's see if we can hear him a little bit better.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
What the hell kind of argument is that? Oh, he's just gonna prank everybody by hiding underneath the table. That's ridiculous.
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably... what he was doing during the party, what? What, protecting the duraluminum case?
Nope.
May sound presumptuous, but I think that's wrong. Well, it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party.
Bruh.
Oh my god.
Crap!
Why am I getting so... The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, I have no idea.
I can prove it with this.
Oh, so he was trying to get the knife?
It's probably something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Would have never guessed that. Jesus. I'm not off to a good start, guys. I think I need more
Knife?
coffee.
Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
All right, let's hear it.
This is almost like a real trial.
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there are, there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can view the controls. Good luck, have fun. Okay. So, somebody lied. The night vision goggles?
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, we know he's got night vision goggles.
Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus. No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by Mihiru's sudden argument? I mean, yeah, she pretty much just screamed in my face. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown, or rebuttal showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WSAD keys. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally, and based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut the remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage, plus it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry, it appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. What is going on? In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the trolls. Good luck, have fun. Okay. So, cut arguments, WSAD, WASD keys. Okay. So I gotta pick one here, like.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Wait, what the?
Damn it!
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
What is this?
Damn it!
What is going on?
If you just use.
I am lost.
Damn it!
What am I doing? I don't know. I've used every sword on every single one. Every single sword. Like, there's no. Okay, that exhausts all possibilities with knife.
If you just use common sense.
Iron in the fucking storage room. Nothing.
The killer obviously used those night vision
Nothing.
goggles. That's gotta be it.
Nothing.
Damn it!
I don't.
If you just use common sense.
I am lost. I am so fucking confused.
If you just the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down!
Okay,
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words!
okay. What the hell? That was.
Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Okay, I had to look up a tutorial on how to do that on IGN. I had no idea what the hell was going on. At least I have somewhat of a point. Like, now you can make counter cuts. Because that was making my brain hurt. All right, yeah, I don't know if I'm just an idiot. I don't know if I'm stupid or if I just didn't know what the hell was going on, but I think we're set now. So, Hajime, no, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
But why?
Inside the duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party. we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case,
True.
since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
All right, bro, you need to focus. Just like I need to focus, you need to focus too, Terra.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought in the duralumin case, along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it with the duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
Because he had that note.
Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
Oh, yeah, the case. Yeah, the case with the night vision goggles
That's
themselves.
true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Alright, yeah, well, it's...
I can prove it with
There we go.
this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage. It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies.
Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter. What do you mean? By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any
Prank?
of us die,
Really?
he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
Well, obviously it was. He died.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
Jesus.
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. Yeah, the tablecloth. Right? No, the glowing paint.
I see!
That's right.
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
They think Soda keeps thinking it's
Which
Peko.
means it was you, Peko Pekoyama.
No, I think it might be Soda.
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for two glasses wearers?
I'm not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Pekko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
And you don't care about a technicality like that. That's like a main defense point. If somebody can't reach the breaker, then how are they going to shut it off, dumbass? By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen... Yeah, if we recall the weak spots you've seen up until now... Oh, if we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots within truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. It's going to be Nekomaru's account, but... So... Fire truth bullet left. Okay.
She could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Yeah. She was one in the bathroom.
No, I think Pekko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Pekko's alibi.
Nekomaru had to go take that shit.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pekka was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be true.
Well, don't be so damn hesitant. Like, that's your alibi. I would be like, yep, that's true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
Maybe she was embarrassed, dumbass.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about...
Yeah,
we
I'm
stop
sure she's
talking
real
about this and
uncomfortable.
move on to something else.
People talking about her taking a dookie.
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
Jesus.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
She was the one that ate the
As
food.
soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business
Jesus
in the dark?
Christ, what the?
Excited?
Terry's into poop porn?
Seriously.
Yeah, please, dude, you're making us really uncomfortable. He's about to start watching Two Girls, One Cup.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. It could have been food poisoning, but it also could have been that.
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of the trial could change drastically. Okay.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Thinking it's gonna be party dishes.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it, we need to clarify. Okay. I'm thinking it's party dishes
Did you eat
on
anything weird?
taste.
I don't remember eating... Now that you brought food to the office, just a little bit from...
There might have been some laxatives.
Taro cooked the...
I wouldn't do anything. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
No, it's not.
Crap.
Okay, just think about this one more time.
Did you eat anything weird?
Party dishes, embarrassing
I
pose.
don't remember eating anything weird.
Okay. Then it's gotta be on the
Now
other
that
one.
you
then.
mention it, you brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Alright.
No, that's wrong.
Would have been good for an agreeance bullet, not an argument.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene. Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Damn. You're such an angry little guy.
Cease this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how the blackout occurred.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There we go.
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
That's what it was.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, power surge, irons in the storage room. Let's get it.
Who tripped the breaker and if you can't answer that, did they throw a...
Maybe they used a remote control.
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and or maybe they caused a power surge?
I agree with that. It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally. Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout. When you found them right after the blackout,
Pretty ingenious.
the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Oh, shit. I gotta counter this. I gotta remember how to do
Hold
this
on a
shit.
second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable! If the irons in the storage room caused, then for the killer to turn the irons on.
I always forget that I need to
Say they went all the
advance
way
this
to the
entire
storage
thing.
room, then that means everyone who was in the when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
I always forget to do
No,
that.
just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the
Allow me to cut through those words.
All right, yeah, it has to do with the AC timer. I always forget to advance that side though. I need to remember how to do rebuttals a little bit better.
But they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pecco was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Like she's gonna get with you, dude.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Because they're playing this creepy ass music with this little monologue.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress. Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior.
What is going on with
Let's
Nagito?
stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Well, yeah, but you have to.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Yeah, dude.
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong. I think...
What we got, Chiaki?
Did you say something?
We've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
She asked about how the killer got close to that table. Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Bro, Nagito was standing pretty damn close between the AC, the storage room, and the lamp. He's not doing himself any favors being there. Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Huh.
Crap!
Then it's gotta be the lamp. Or the light. Yeah.
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used the power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Who? You're the only one!
Damn!
Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
What? I wasn't expecting. If this is how it turns out, I was not expecting this.
Me? Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was when he was cleaning.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning?
And he didn't even bother cleaning in the storage room.
If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife. That's... If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
Another good point. I did not realize. I didn't pick up on that. To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what do you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning. Yeah, so he set himself up.
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
He's not saying shit.
Say something.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's about to snap.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! Ah, how wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
I was not expecting that.
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark.
Looking around. You're in the dark,
and of
dude.
course,
Nobody's seeing you.
I'm the one who caused the blackout.
Is it gonna be a plot twist to say that he wasn't the one that killed him?
After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless.
Okay.
Too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Damn.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
I mean, it's not a bad movie.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito! If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think, somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Got that old-looking building near the hotel. It's just cleaning. Leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office? Yeah, so that's
I
how...
get it. If Pekka was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
Wouldn't be able to cause a blackout.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
Yeah, he's the ultimate lucky student.
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Nagito's talent, I believe his talent is he's the ultimate unlucky student.
I see! You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Really?
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
Huh?
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke. I'm sorry. For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all it means is the explanation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing in this debate. You won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. Press the start button during these arguments. You can review probably the escape key. Alright, let's see what is said. Maybe the autopsy results.
It's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Oh, never mind. Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch!
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
She must know something in country. Yeah, it's her account.
I think
Her
it's
autopsy.
strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
No.
He has already confessed.
You know...
Where's the white noise?
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid. No, that's wrong.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Nikon?
What the hell are you talking about?
It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a
God
whorehouse.
damn.
Not a whorehouse!
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout? Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Jesus.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. Should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. That would be the only thing that I can see, is that like natural moonlight sneaks in if you're underneath the floorboard. Oh, wait. Huh. It could also be Ibuki's account. Let's try that first, and then I'll see if it's gaps in the floorboard.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
Don't act so surprised. Yeah, really.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Huh. I don't know what that was.
Turn the damn lights on. I can't eat like this, you know.
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
I'm getting about tired of Hiyoko. Like, you can go get hit by a damn bus. I don't care if you're 12.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
What the hell's she spitting out?
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened. As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles. Caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife, and he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it. Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
And we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Hajime's like, what the hell? Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I don't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now is not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. Suspended?
Well now.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try and guess... You try out the Guess the Killer challenge. I have no idea. Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you could just continue on.
What are you gonna do?
Left mouse button, continue on. B, guess that. No, I want to continue on. You can't make a choice. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
You are such a trickster. You are such a stinker.
You're so evil!
I was about to say, man, I would not take that chance at all. I had no idea. So this is gonna be a longer episode.
And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
Not with that crusty ass hair.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Why does Mikan think Nagito looks clean? No dust. Doesn't have the knife. No blood. I would assume no blood.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Well, it's definitely the tablecloth that's in the
Something
storage
that
room.
might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been? I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Yes, there's only one thing that could have used to block the blood splatter.
I can prove it with this! You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then, what does it mean?
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
So they killed him, stabbed him, and then drug him under the table?
There's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody. So there's no denying Byakuya was killed there.
But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Huh.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense.
Like they moved the table?
Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a key word we located to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. If 2 different letters clash, you'll take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while you try not to let 2 different letters clash. That's what is the most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the mouse and press the right mouse button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit the letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. It's called firing the letters. Catch and release with the right mouse button after you fuse them. Fire with the right mouse button. That's a lot of right mouse buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of Improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword, display the question with the tab key, and figure out what the keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword, instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire the letter, please press the left mouse button. If that happens at the same time, the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fire in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order based on the flying letters. Please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? Okay. Not really, but we'll get to it. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using the words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Alright, Hangman's Gambit here. It's gonna be under the something, under the table. Under the table. Oh, wow, it wasn't T. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's getting awful. Under the something. Damn it. Under the floor. Got it. All right, now. Oh shit. Damn it, Oh, come on. Don't take any more hits. All right, under the floor. So it was underneath the floor.
Got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
That's right. If I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. I guess it wasn't. Someone else who is investigating how to... Oh, crap. It's, oh, shit. I'm about to die. It's Gundam.
You're the only one! Hey, Gundam. You dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Yes.
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboard, right?
Ah, there it is. I found it, truly. This is the Hellhound earring.
Cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, probably not reach it.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear?
Alright, so we did establish that was the earring.
Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation.
Which I didn't realize. That was a while. That was a few days ago, but I went through that last video though.
And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage
Yeah, so there's
room.
a way to get underneath there from the storage room.
One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
I'm not gonna take a man seriously with hamsters crawling into his pants.
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
The only one that's gonna be a culprit of is Fuyuhiko.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right?
Yes, this Monomi over here is your witness.
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout...
Nakamura had to shit.
It obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
Yeah, dude, that's not a good look.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Good news, you are now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. So that must be the purple marks there. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so aim carefully when you're using the silencer. Oh, but if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise will not appear at all. In that case, you'll still be able to use the silencer. It'll be somewhat pointless. However, if you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have some fun. Oh, man. Back. All right, let's listen to it first.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day.
Okay.
Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
No, it's Chiaki's account as his alibi.
The culprit is self-evident.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at Annie without going to the storage.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
No, that's wrong.
Chiaki was the one that saw him.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, this is when they were talking. All alone in a place like this. I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you. Yeah.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
I really thought you really should have too.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
You wanted to go, man. FOMO.
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
So angry.
Oh no! Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party? It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
Appears we're getting close to the final stage. The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Gotta be the fire door.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that is like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
sounds impossible.
I don't know if it would be the fire door then. All right, quick bathroom break that I had to take. I think I've got an idea of what it might be now. It's got to be something. There's got to be a light that's already there, and the only thing I can think of
The hallway was really
that
dark
would
during
expose
the
that would be the
blackout.
kitchen equipment list.
Moving to the storage room.
It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not
What if they used the string light?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my.
What if they used a light?
Yeah, oh, shit, I missed. Oh my god.
Definitely sounds
Okay.
impossible.
Oh, I blew that one.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room.
It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not
What if they used the string?
Maybe there was another pair.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with.
What if they used a light?
There we go.
I agree with
Okay,
that.
so that was it.
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
So iron plates for FU and even a portable stove. Portable stove, I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
A hole? What kind of hole?
Jesus
It
Christ.
would be great if you could explain it to me in...
It's a glory hole just for you, Terra. Big old gaping butthole.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke
I'm
or
sure you
anything.
weren't.
It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Yeah.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me? No, that's wrong. Will you be able to break through my argument?
Okay, so I have to advance the argument first. So I'm going to lose against someone like him. All right. So advance the argument first, and then I can take a look at what we got. So we got night vision goggles, storage room, tablecloth, party dishes. There, kitchen equipment
Did you
list.
forget what Kazuichi said? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Shit. I don't think what Kazuichi said is wrong. I guess for now I should offer a rebuttal.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
There we go. We got
I
it.
don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't
Okay, so-
Kazuichi, after all, he was walking near the hallway, right?
It's true that any light source in the dark hallway would have stood out. So if the killer did have a light, the reason Kazuichi wasn't able to see
The
it
reason
was
Kazuichi could was because the hallway
the
was
fire
dark, right?
door.
So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway,
Oh, fuck. It wasn't the fire door. I figured it would have been shut to keep it dark.
crap! The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
I think I have to hit
After
fire
all,
door
he was
there.
walking near the hallway, right?
Okay. I don't think I was hitting fire door in the right
The
spot. I think
reason
we're good now.
Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen?
Yeah, there
Allow
we
me
go.
to cut through those words.
So yeah, they had the fire door shut, so it was pitch black.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Oh. Got that clapback sass right now with you, Hajime.
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light.
He's letting his nuts hang.
I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway.
If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Does he know?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Fihiko's about to go off.
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
You would die. Everyone would die if they were wrong. So you're telling me to call out the real killer, even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? Person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is, I have to make a decision right now? You and only you. What the hell? I gotta make a decision? Me! Well, shit. No?
Crap!
Damn. Teru would have had to been the only one to know where the... Yeah, I guess.
You're the only one!
Wow.
Teru. Could it be you?
I should have put 2 and 2 together with it being in the kitchen. I just kept picking the wrong person over and over again, but... Holy shit, it was. Wow.
What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely.
Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer?
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me shit.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Damn it.
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
I don't know, maybe your mom ate some and that's why you came out the way you were.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
Which I was wondering too, was there blood leaking underneath the floorboards after...
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shining liquid in the dark?
That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark. What was the mark? What was the mark? No.
Crap.
I'd figured. I don't.
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
That just needs to be a separate piece of evidence.
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target,
Just
they
glowing
were able
paint.
to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really? I don't know anything
Bro,
at
he
all.
is sweating a lot.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know?
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat.
Jesus.
So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy.
Just a greasy little man.
But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall. Ibuki swears on her honor.
Could have spoken through the floorboards.
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you have to keep falsely accusing me?
Oh man, he's getting pissed now.
It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
I'm not really feeling Nagito anymore.
Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Yeah, it's got to be gaps in the floorboard. I'd still be able to hear him.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
It's handsome, unlike his face.
Maybe it was recording or something?
Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
All right, here we go.
Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I would have never guessed Teru would have been the killer.
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
This game does like to throw a lot of twists in, so.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that dining hall during the blackout.
You adopted some like super southern New Orleans accent all of a sudden.
I was born in West Azabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
Well, but that doesn't help.
Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
Yeah, how do you supposed to do
Don't
that?
be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? Probably can. Oh, you again.
Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. I mean, is it the embarrassing pose? Because he did say something during that. I remember specifically he did.
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what? No! Don't make me remember!
You did that to yourself. That's your own damn fault.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that. Huh?
Or was it the first one? No, he said something in the first time she fell. He didn't say it in the second time.
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
Clever. Not really a clever way of doing it.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
So yeah, it was the first photo that he said something, not the first time she tripped, not the second.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Yeah.
Even so. Nagito, say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Oh, that southern twang.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
I wish I would have known that accent the entire time. That would have been so fun to do.
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
You understand him?
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough.
Oh, yeah, we
I
fucking
got
get it.
it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
Anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin edge tool with a diameter of 50 millimeters and at least 50 centimeters in length. A weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. What is that? Hangman's Gambit. Okay. I don't think it would start with. Huh. Not an N, okay. An I? Let's just give it a shot. Okay, we got an I. I-N. I-S. Alright, well, I died. Or I failed. Kind of did that intentionally. Not really. Everybody always doubts Hajime, even though they are specifically saying, like, oh, we're trying to get Teru Teru. And we're like, no. We're gonna let Hajime get punished.
This is my...
Iron something. Iron skewer. Oh fuck. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Okay. Right. Okay. So you killed him with the iron skewer.
Got it! That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I always wanted to like do a remembrance of how he talked. I checked the equipment list, and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. But I don't have it from dark.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Oh, he's got foam coming out of his mouth.
Avril Lavigne!
Avril Lavigne? And what's she have to do with this?
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Oh. Oh, 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 whoa!
Finally, we were nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate. But this is a class trial after all. I'm ashamed that we won't be able to do his voice anymore. He had a very entertaining dialect there at the end. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time, sorry, the panic talk action. Panic talk action will shorten it to PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of a song. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you'll be able to lock onto the opponent's remarks. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock onto multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, if you release the mouse button in time with the tempo marker, you will intercept the locked remark and destroy it. By destroying the remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you will end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press the escape key to review the controls, but for this PTA, just focus on pressing the left mouse button. Please wait for another time for other features. Do this consecutively and you will start a combo. Keep doing this, you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. You destroy all of your opponent's soul shields. This will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on top, bottom, left, and right sides of the screen. Each of these 4 words correspond to the W, S, A, and Ds. If you press the button in the right order, you will be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover.
Oh.
What the hell you was saying, you double-cutter hit?
He said,
Okay,
Yes.
that's
We have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
it's starting to drag on a little bit. The iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by, but Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means was the weapon was already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it. It's translation there. Was the weapon already hidden somewhere where we couldn't find it? Could have been an unexpected place. Inside one of the food items, maybe? I don't know. Where could that be? Where did he hide a long weapon with an iron skewer? Think carefully. Oh my god. Okay.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Nonsense! Unforgivable!
Paris Hilton? That distracted me a little bit.
Impossible!
That's hot.
Nonsense! Where would the weapon be?
Okay, yeah, how do I toss it out? The bone meat on? Damn it. Okay, on the bone meat. There we go.
Where would the
Okay,
weapon be?
meat on the bone.
This is the end.
My god. Oh.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked.
Seems there are dangerous items like that skewer in the churrasco earlier inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. I would have known what to do if he said fish and bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is the meat on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out, time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma
What the
go?
hell?
I'm right here.
He's already gnawing down on it.
I'm already eating it.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Nom. Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Isn't that... Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
Oh, wow.
The sword of
Didn't notice that.
destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment.
Oh my god, this is starting to drag on a little bit.
Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Yeah, we get it. My
You don't
god.
need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly,
I
we
guess
should
we need to
first.
settle this. Once and for all.
Yeah, I guess
To
we do.
that, we need to go over the entire...
Alright. In that case, I can prove Tier 2's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
Alright, so, yeah, this is the closing argument. You create a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are where there are a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic. Okay. And we know all this. Move the reticle on the gaps in each page. It will display hints at the top of the screen. Type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn on them. Will also help you to move the reticle into a truth panel. Will display a hint as well. Explains the scene. Put together 2 hints. Think carefully. Of course, don't forget there will be a time limit. Good luck. Have fun. Okay. We already know what the closing argument is. You make a comic of everything that happened. Stock 1. Closing the fire door. Killer used a mark under the floor beds. Taking a shit. Nekamaru's not having it. Okay. So it looks like everybody's at the party. Oh my god. god. Oh, I'm terrible. I think I'm just getting really, really tired. I didn't expect this trial to be as long as it is.
We will never give up.
I thought it was going to be a few hours. I did not expect it to almost be 3 here. Okay, I'm probably just going to fast forward and save everybody the trouble and just do this, and once I get to the end and get it right, we'll be good to go.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Okay, we got it. Wow.
Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started.
All right.
Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
Shit.
Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for this. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
Clever.
With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage.
There's like a missing pixel
They
right
probably
on
turned
his
off
body.
the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food. Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura?
All right, we did it.
That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
His eyes.
It seems this is the end.
It does indeed. B, whatever. We'll take B.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Whoops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier.
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen?
All right,
as the
let's just get this done, man.
Will you make the right
I want to see
choice
Teru
or
die.
the dread? Such heart-pounding excitement!
All right, how does he die? What's gonna happen to Teru? That sucks because I liked voicing him too. Especially with that weird-ass southern accent that he adopted. That would have been really funny. All rise.
Correct!
Yoo-hoo!
That's right. This time, the black and responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Hanamura.
No. You...
Are you serious? Out of all these people, are you saying a ponce like him is the one who killed Byakuya?
But... Why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was the only one. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey.
I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall, and when I peeked over there, I saw him. I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty, putting the knife under the table. So that's how he knew where it was at. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. And then I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus, he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he...
You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught?
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the kill.
Impossible!
No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think. But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all of the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talent from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
See, it isn't typical that if you face a strong enemy, you will become even stronger yourself. Which means the strongest of the despair that you face, the stronger that everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness, and in order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hopes shine. It's as simple as that. Oh fuck, his eyes got all screwed up. That's right, I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
Kidding, right?
Are you kidding me? Don't tell me you're actually serious.
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright that this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I could be called the ultimate fanfic. The ultimate fanatic.
No way!
There's something wrong with you. Really? Do you really think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me? But isn't that what love is? Oh, fuck. Nagito, what is the meaning of this? Explain to me. I don't understand anything about the story at all. You see, if you have a favorite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that.
What?
Huh? Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, no? For mere humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy opponents, a trial such as this can elevate their status to an even higher level. It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in something like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial. There's no greater honor than becoming the foundation so that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it, you're seriously starting to piss me off.
Yeah, you're starting to piss me off too, dude. Just shut up. Please, shut up. I don't understand at all. Are you saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as someone killing for fun, but I guess it looked the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Is that why you didn't mind when Terra discovered your plan?
Wrong.
Or perhaps that was intentional too. Huh?
So,
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing, plus it'd be better for him if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Terra? You expected to pique Terra's curiosity, and you look forward to the mystery becoming more complex? Well, you're basically right. It's true I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well?
You're right.
I just casually mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall. Don't get too close to it.
Hey!
This dude, he's seriously batshit crazy. He's insane.
That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know?
But why? Why did you kill Byakuya instead?
I don't know, because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skewer there. Why is Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife, and then in place of Nagito...
Nope.
Yeah, no shit. We already know that happened. Please, just get on with this. This is dragging on so much. No, I don't think that's it. Huh?
perhaps.
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What did you say?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
Guide you all.
That much I promise. I'm sorry for being a salty bitch about this, but man, this is dragged on for a while. We're ready to wrap this up. Could it be in order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards, and that someone was aiming for Nagito. So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito, even though he was trying to take the knife? I see, Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away, and yet...
Such despair.
I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. What? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this despair. Could it be you knew Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail?
Like me.
Of course, I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results of that were going to be fun for later. Just kidding. But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it, so that's why I decided to help Teru. Why? Well, because Teru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought it might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru. What do you mean confirm? Just stop it already. Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I empathized with Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right? But in order for our hope to grow, this trial is absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him, I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this island. Those are my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru? In the end, my help wasn't enough, and this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You will not die in vain. You'll become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else so that their hopes can grow and even more powerful.
Impossible!
Sacrifice?
Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy. Yeah, I'm fucking going crazy too. Hey, is it really okay for you just to leave this crazy bastard alone like this? Isn't it better if we just fucking kill him off? Kill, he said. High school students are so violent these days. But the person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagito, it's Teru.
What's the matter?
You don't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning. If the Blacken Killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait. No.
That was how I put it on an accident. An act of self-defense, not intentional. Anyway, I feel it's possible it's not my fault. It doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey!
But isn't there anything like sympathy judgments? Extenuating circumstances, or maybe even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims. That's not...
Hey!
Save me, guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so...
Why you?
Be honest, after learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought about, right?
Wrong!
You're wrong. There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito and willing to sacrifice everybody else to survive, right? Just to be honest already, at least, in the end. Oh my god, this is crazy.
Teru!
Why?
If only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive. Why did you try to commit murder? Answer me, Teru. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Because she was waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Hope's Peak Academy and come home. Aw, this sweet mom.
I'm going now.
I do feel bad for Teru, though.
When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
What the hell is that accent, though?
You're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already.
You do kind of feel bad for Teru.
I know that already.
I promised her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mama is waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Damn, poor guy.
Teru.
But if we told our memories were stolen and several years have passed since our first day, then what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mom who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said.
Damn it!
You were saying all along, it's okay, I'll never believe something like this. So why?
Wrong!
I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I wanted to make sure I still have a place to call home.
Teru, you...
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. it's not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anybody else here. That's why he kept denying it, because he believed he needed to deny it. Damn it. If I only knew how he felt, something like this would have never happened. I wanted to confirm by any means necessary I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was going to kill someone if I left him alone. That's why.
Fine.
So, you wanted the first kill.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you guys. It doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it was the only thing I could do. And I ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagito. I see.
think I'm the one who went crazy.
I think you did. Teru. I see, interesting, but as far as motives to kill are concerned, wanting to see your mom is boring. What?
So,
It seems there's no point in basking in the afterglow, so let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
jeez, get out of my way.
There is a lot of unnecessary dialogue and things, though, I will say. I do feel bad for Teru in his situation, but you could have explained this a little bit more convenient on time. Now that annoying little sister has been dealt with, let's get back to business.
Wait.
Hold on a sec. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but
Now
at least...
then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Hey.
Call me Chef. No, wait, that's not what...
Please.
Tell me at least what happened to the Hanamura diner. Mama.
Give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
All right, now.
Lies. I won't believe this.
I won't believe it. Damn. Say years have already passed and she's gone. Let's see what happens to him though. Is he gonna get drug off? There he goes. Deep fried? Oh. How the hell he wouldn't survive something like that? Well, he's definitely not surviving that. Oh, that was egg, flour. So he's getting fried alive? In a volcano? What an awful way to die. Damn, they all had to watch? That's kind of fucked up.
Extreme!
Yeah, I'd say that was. Wow. The adrenaline is rushing through me. Teru!
Damn it!
Are you fucking serious? Oh!
How cruel.
Why? Why did you do something so cruel?
Huh? Didn't you learn when you were in elementary school? If you badmouth someone, the teacher writes it in a note and makes whoever you badmouth read it to you in front of the class. When that happens, only then do you think about how it feels to be badmouthed. The same applies to murder.
What are you saying?
You're the one who drove him to do it. So cruel. This is just too cruel. Well, it can't be helped. Rules are rules, and this is the killing rule after all. What rule? You're the one who's breaking the rules. I can't just let that slide. What do you mean? When you mentioned the motive, didn't you also promise something? However, there is a catch. Don't tell me the catch is... Yoo-hoo-hoo! Figure it out yet? That's right, you guys have to kill each other. That's my bargaining point. You guys want to know, right? You want your school memories returned to you, right? Then you better start killing. A penny for your thoughts and a murder for your memories. Why didn't you tell Teru about his mom or his diner? He had a right to know. Yeah, us too. We all have a right to know. Hey, hurry up and tell us. What do you mean earlier when you mentioned our school memories? Oh yeah, I did promise to return your memories after the killing began. You're gonna do it, but telling them is kind of... But I never told you guys that I'd tell you right away.
Not fair.
That's not fair.
Of course.
Of course, I'll keep my promise to return your memories someday, but it's still not clear when that someday will actually be. I must excuse myself as well. There's something that I need to do.
Huh?
What the heck?
So cruel.
That's not fair. They both ran away. Monokuma had us wrapped around his finger after all. Tera, you stupid.
Despair.
An ending like this is just full of despair, a seriously tragic despair. But still, at times like this, as the symbols of hope, you guys need to keep doing your best. Why are you smiling? How can you smile in a situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on, I'm sad too, you know. Didn't I tell you? From the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all, you ultimates who inspire hope and your splendid talents. Bro, he's more cryptic and worse than Gundam at this point. There's no way I can be happy when we've lost such a talented individual. Don't go saying creepy shit, I'll fucking kill you. Please, kill me anytime. If you hate me, I don't mind you killing me. I've already prepared myself to become your stepping stone. If absolute hope can be born from that, then my life is nothing special.
How messed up are you?
However, if you're going to kill me, make sure you discuss it with me beforehand, okay? You see, if you do that, then I can cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously intending to help the killer? It's really not that big of a deal. If you're students of Hope Speak Academy, if the symbols of hope possess such chosen talents, then it shouldn't matter to you guys if I cooperate with the killer, right?
Declaring so confidently that you'll side with the killer.
Maybe this was his plan all along. Since he's willing to work with the killer, he wants to think he's better than us to not kill him. Well, I don't mind what you think of me. In actuality, thanks to Byakuya, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live.
Exciting.
But mostly, I just want to watch everyone destroy all the other despair that comes for you, one after the other. Just kidding.
Pissed me off.
Can I punch you? I won't be satisfied till I punch you. Fine, let's just stop this already. It's going to be a waste of time if we keep dealing with him. Even Hajime hates me now? This stings. I feel like you and I were quite similar. What is that?
Right?
You hold a special feeling towards Hope Speak Academy, just like me. Don't put me in the same category as you. How can you say you're not? Monokuma said it himself. We don't know anything about each other's true nature. No, if that's true, our school memories were stolen. It's the same as not knowing our true selves too, especially for you, right? Someone who can't even remember what his talent is. Akane, please feel free to punch him. Will do. Okay. Jesus. Hold on. Please stop this at once.
Nothing will come from fighting like this. There has to be something we must do.
Something else?
We must not argue with each other in a place like this. There is something more important we must do.
Which is?
Do our best. We must first leave here and get some rest, and then we shall work together and do our best. Do our best so we never have to come back here again. That is what I believe we must do right now. I am sorry if only as better motivational speaker.
No, that really touched my heart and my penis. You're totally right. We need to do right now is do our best. If we do our best, it's definitely going to pay off, right?
Yes, that is right.
But what do we have to work hard at?
I do not know, but we must do our best.
This is pointless dialogue. Please, this does not advance a plot at all. And I'm like invested in the trials and everything and the killings, but good lord, this is a waste of time. I don't get you at all. Are you some kind of moron? It's fine if you don't know. What matters is that you hold on to the feeling that you have to do your best. So let's do our best. Let's make sure a killing like this never happens again. It's scary, but doing our best is our only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagito said. Alright, I don't know what you're talking about, but let's do our best for now.
Very well. Even if you were not able to change the future, I guess you should at least change my tomorrow. Damn feet. I won't give up until the very end. I won't die in vain. I'll give my entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul, fight to the very end.
Yeah, you're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island. Do our best. We kept using that phrase over and over again, even though we knew we were just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it, and we continued to say it over and over again without stopping. Thus, the curtain had fallen upon the class trial where Byakuya and Tera had sacrificed. Afterwards, we left the trial grounds and returned to the mainland of Jabberwock Island. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages. After experiencing something like that, there's no way I could fall asleep. I gave up, got out of bed, and began walking around the hotel grounds for no reason. After not doing much of anything, I dully looked up at the sky. Why are we monologuing again? And there, just like before, there it was, the night sky brimming with stars. Stars that looked like they were about to fall into my hands like fluttering snow. As I looked up at such a beautiful night sky, I can go anywhere. That thought crossed my mind for some reason. The sky is connected to anywhere, even to my daily life. That's why I might be able to go home. That's right, I'm definitely going to go home. That's when it happened. As I stared up in the night sky, I felt a strange convergence of sensation. And then while I continued to stare at the night sky, I felt my entire body stiffen with that sensation. Isn't this...
Is someone watching me?
What? Okay. Chapter 1. End. Wow. Okay, Terror Byakuya clapped. That is the end. Okay. Let me just wait. Just to make sure we don't have anything else here. We're probably gonna get a... And we got presents. Got a 3-star badge. Cool. And we got a wooden stick. Okay, that is going to do it for today. Once again, I'm sorry for, going off like that and not feeling like I was enjoying myself. Like I said, the trials are a lot of fun. They're fun to get invested in, but when you're running up a 3.5-hour video and trying to edit things together, and it's just filled with like pointless dialogue of saying like hope 20 times in one sentence, and then that dialogue of like never giving up. They could have really done a lot more with Teru putting that whole situation, with his mom, like right after they selected him to be the Blackened and for him to like justify his killing a little bit more, but they just dragged that dialogue out over and over again with Nagito, and it took away a lot from that, I felt like. But, it's all water under the bridge now. We know Teru was the one that killed Byakuya. Nagito seems to have a crazy whatever the hell it is that's going on with him. He's nuts. But I am looking forward to continuing on the second act. I just wish things were like broken up a little bit better in terms of that. So, with that being said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for dealing with my incessant bitching throughout the entire process. I promise it'll get better as I get on. I was just expecting that trial to be a lot shorter than it actually was. Thanks again for tuning in. Looking forward to starting the second chapter, and I will see you next time.
Peace.